What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Leroy says so back here again for another video, man. Today we got a video uploaded by Jubilee. Jubilee's been going crazy with the content, man. I actually really like checking out Jubilee. I was actually watching like not a compilation, but I was just watching like Jubilee videos and because I actually really like their content and the discussions they bring up. This one is hip hop misogynistic. I could see why people would say yes. I could see why people would say no. Me personally, what I think, maybe in certain areas, like, I don't want to really divulge too much into this, to be honest, because it's like, I'm not a woman, and I also like, I mean, obviously, but you know what I'm saying? I can see how some people may consider certain lyrics and topics of hip hop and rap to be quite misogynistic. I can understand it. So with that being said, that's all I'm gonna say right now. We're gonna see what points they're gonna bring up, and then I'll potentially combat some of them if I have to. But anyways, we're gonna get into it. But y'all let me know down below in the comments, man. How was your day? Hopefully it was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, man. Let's go, Jubilee. Let's go. Whoa.
What don't make dollars don't make sense to the industry, my boy. They don't sign unless it make money and streams. And if it's good and it gets streams, they sign it.
Hey, that's facts. Hey, homeboy off the rip spoke facts. I ain't gonna lie to you. Do all P stars. All right, no, I ain't seen that one. Okay, they're rappers. Okay, but they're not. I mean, these are underground rappers. Like, I don't see any big names. Where's Playboy Cardi? Where's 2 Chainz? Where's Future? Where's Offset? Where's, you know what I'm saying? Like J. Cole. Where these are underground artists or artists who perform well locally. And like, where's Jubilee from? Like California? Where's their set? I think it's in California somewhere, LA or something. I'm sorry, I don't know where I'm going there.
It's gonna be brutal.
Black rappers are often better than other races.
Off the rip, I don't want to say that they're better, just because I think it's that to a degree their music, and because of the lifestyle in which a lot of black individuals happen to live in America and North America particularly, it's their lifestyle and the way they view certain things. A lot of people are drawn to it. People who relate to it are drawn to it, but people who also don't relate to it, but who just think their lifestyle is cool, which it isn't, because, you know what I'm saying, like, niggas, like, I don't want to really delve into it like that. We're just gonna see what they say.
Wow. I think it's a racist point of view to say that, like, that it's often better. There are so many dope rappers that are black.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say they're better, but I think a lot of people just think, like, because they're black and they're probably from bad environments, like, oh, this is real, and so on and so forth.
Is also what built and birthed black community and black folk.
If you black and you come from that, and that's your struggle and that's your story, and it connects with the history of being, you know, oppressed, then you will always have that advantage, you know, from the viewer standpoint, you know. But I wouldn't say just because of, like, you know, being black makes you better.
Yeah.
To not respect how he's marketed himself and how he's bigged himself up.
I'm gonna be honest. Then, oh wow, this is crazy, because then Lil Nas X recently say, like, he feel like out of, like, when it comes to hip hop and black males in particular in hip hop or whatever, he doesn't have the respect or something like that, or he, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I forgot how he worded it, but you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a Lil Nas X fan. You know what I'm saying? I am not really. I don't care to listen to Montero or any of, like, whatever he released recently. I'm gonna be honest. If I hear it and it catches my catches my ear, you know what I'm saying? Then I like it. I like it, but I ain't heard nothing from him that caught my ear. You know what I'm saying? Besides that one track he has with Jack Harlow, that was pretty fire. Although if you guys see my reaction to that video, you know how I felt about that. But the track is straight. It's just, you know what I'm saying, sometimes his marketing and the stuff he does, it's just a little much for me. But when he first came out, you know what I'm saying, it was straight. You know what I'm saying? Literally, no pun intended. No pun intended. I said straight when he first came. No pun intended. Calm down.
Using the tools at his disposal, but he's just leveraging it in such a smart way.
He does.
It's so important to remember,
I'm not gonna
like,
say
hip-hop
yeah.
was never about, like, just
are you the nicest with a pen? It was just like, yo, do you make things that people enjoy?
No, I agree with everything being said. You know, as another queer rapper who does a lot of gender bending and stuff like that, I think Nas X open up a lane for other rappers alike that are
this nigga is wearing a dress.
That in the mainstream. Memo had Old Town Road blasting in the car when he was driving up.
He's like, hell nah.
Having a couple of songs on SoundCloud does not make you a rapper.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
nah, fam. Cause you wanna know why? I mean, technically, if that's the case, I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got 7 freestyles. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got like 7 freestyles I uploaded to SoundCloud back in like 2016, something like that. I think a couple of them are private, but certain ones are still like, you know, out there. And I even got some on my channel, but most of them are private now. Like it doesn't make you a rapper though, unless you like, I don't know, you like really grind about it and you got yourself a little audience, then maybe.
Myself a rapper until I started making real money off that shit. So.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
You're a rapper if you rap. You can have no songs out anywhere. If you rap, you a rapper. That's the way that I see it.
I don't know, man. Not that way.
You should be over here.
Yeah, he tweaking. He not even sure himself.
You've been resonating with hip hop and you've been writing your whole life and building that just for yourself, and you're a rapper.
Hey, but not everybody on SoundCloud did that. I agree. You can have just a couple of songs on SoundCloud and totally be a rapping ass rapper. But you could also have a couple of songs and you put no time into them, and then, you know, it's not enough.
Yeah, mine are freestyles. I didn't really write songs.
Smoked. I got cotton mouth like a motherfucker. Yeah, I can't even lie.
Really though, you should have shared, but it's
Hey.
It's okay to call women bitches in lyrics.
Oh. Where Lil Baby at, man? Cause he be for. I ain't even snitching, and it's just it is what it is, bro. It's like I seen this, and it's like, oh, this is interesting, bro. Cause like I could say the wrong thing, and niggas gonna take it wrong. What the heck is that? Anyways, though, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's an ad about to play. But anyways, though, like, I don't know how it's like everyone else does it, so it's almost like you fall into that category. Why wouldn't I? And then if you grew up in that type of place, an environment where you would more often not refer to females in that way, then I guess why would you not refer to them that way in your lyrics? If that's how you feel about them, or if that's like how you talk about them to your niggas, you know what I'm saying, to your homies or whoever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying like that's just the reality. Like think about it though, females call other females that word, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't really think they're doing it much of a harm, you know what I'm saying? So. You know what I'm saying?
The reason I agree is because I think you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want in your lyrics. You know?
Hey, freedom of speech. Yeah, 100%.
If you're okay to stand on what you say, then stand on it and say it. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
Should it be censored? It's just like, again, you asked the question, do we think it's okay? They think it's okay.
You don't have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
If you say something that's messed up,
talk about
like if you got a white person, you know what I mean, nigga, like right, you know.
Look. We already got it's a couple white folks out here who use. It's not a lot. They're not big, but it's like certain ones out here. Like I even seen like use the word N-word. So it's like I don't care at this point. It's not that serious to me.
But then they got to deal with the consequences. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, and that's on them.
Just watch where you use it. Like yeah, stand on what you say.
The culture we in, it's like that's just like the type of people you be around. Like girls would be like, "Yo, you that bitch!" Like drop.
Yeah,
that shit.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like they be hyping each other up. I don't think it's ever like in such a disrespectful way. And like I guess it's kind of like it's like a filler word, kind of it can be, but like
yeah, because even a lot of females wouldn't mind like it's like listening to an artist and be like say they're in a relationship with an artist and the artist be like, hey my bitch, you know what I'm saying, she blah 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 blah, you know what I'm saying, they like yeah I'm his, you know what I'm saying, like they don't really, you know what I'm saying, they don't really strike a scene because of that. So it's like if they're not, why would the niggas care, you know what I'm saying? So
get better writer then, you know, don't rely on the filler words, you know what I mean?
I definitely don't rely on anything, but it's just like you know what I mean, it helps get the point across and just like
it's a simple
in
like
the larger scheme of things, the majority of times where I'm hearing the word bitch and rap and hip hop is degrade women. You know, you just go line after line, and it's just like, yo, fuck these bitches, don't trust these hoes. Like, it's just like, it's not like a, yeah, I'm uplifting my bitch.
Right, okay, let's do Tennis Rob, audience thoughts. I like how some women have reclaimed it in a positive way. See, exactly. If it's like, okay, I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But it's like, if rappers also use it in a certain context and not to demean women, then it's more okay, like calling a woman a bad bitch. Yeah, see, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Bitches. It's like there's not a lot of that, but I do think it's important, and I think it's important as creatives of any genre to understand that our music exists beyond ourselves. So our intention is not always going to be received the way that we think it is.
Like, I don't think any of us in here are being like, yo, I hate women. Or like, yo, I'm trying to be bad to women. But I do. Right, but I think that the question is like, what does okay mean? What it comes down to for me is like, just personally, I'm not gonna put that in my records. I'm not gonna put that in my music, in my
vibe. That's dope, homie. Like, you know,
word.
Yeah,
Thank you.
He said that's dope, homie. But
whatever you want to do is dope, in my opinion, for any artist. If you want to say some fucked up, I think we need crazy people to say crazy shit sometimes. Like, you know, fucking Dance with the Devil.
Of course, one of the first.
Okay, so.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I agree with homie right here the most, to be honest.
Right? But I think we can also all agree
say whatever
that what he's talking about is not right. But I think the culture needs the ability to let people express themselves. So we have, you know, like these big. So it's
authenticity.
I don't know. It'd be too bland.
It's hard to rap about something other than money, sex, or drugs.
It's not hard. It's just those things are usually most popular, and most people like see that as like interesting stuff to talk
about. Rap about what you want to rap about. Like,
it's
I
the
think
trending
you're
stuff that,
limited as an artist if you're gonna say like those are the only things that I'm out there, and that would be stupid. If you want to rap about that, that's fine too.
That's the only reason I'm over here, because it's not hard.
Yeah.
It's definitely not hard.
Yeah.
But I think it's what people want to hear, you know?
Exactly. It's what people want to hear.
If you want to get in this industry and make a successful living off of it, at a certain point, you got to say what the fuck people want to hear, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone wants money. Everybody want to have sex. Everybody does have sex. A lot of people do drugs, or they've been impacted by drugs. So I think it's just inevitable that it comes out a lot. You know what I mean? But
look at some of the biggest artists today. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with the question, right? Because I think like we've been talking about Lil Nas X. Old Town Road is just, I don't even, you know, it's just a Western song. And then like I think there's so many lanes right now that even if you're looking for success, Memo, like I think there's niches.
How did those people come up though? They didn't come up talking about all that spiritual woke shit. J. Cole didn't come out talking about that woke shit.
Actually, J. Cole might have.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say J. Cole stayed relatively close to.
He definitely did.
He still referred to women as like, you know what I'm saying? But like,
what the hell does that shit mean? Success, like the 1% of artists that are making millions of dollars per feature, or also completely eating and living and paying all your bills that you need to, and also got some money to vacay and pay for the album,
and
but you know,
fans.
and have fans and have a sustainable career, right? And that way, you absolutely can be successful in having a niche market. I mean, I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Hip hop is misogynistic.
Ah man, it's such a broad. You know what I'm saying? Such a broad. Yeah, see, exactly. I don't know, man. It's like I tried my best to explain this earlier. I think, in essence, it kind of, the way in which it evolved and turned, maybe in the late, like we're in NWA, Tupac and all them, around that era, slightly after that, around that, you know what I'm saying? It's where it's kind of, we got to the whole, I think, potential misogynistic type of words and references, maybe when it came to women, to a degree. I can see if someone were to say that. However,
there are a shit ton of misogynistic artists, misogynistic lyrics, misogynistic songs, misogynistic practices. There's a shit ton of work to be done in terms of like what that narrative and how we influence people to think and not to think, but I can't say that the whole culture is misogynist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a broad generalization.
Right? I'm not a misogynist.
So whenever I hear like a question about hip hop, I always think about what Mos Def said in '99 on Black on Both Sides, right? He said, "Yo, people ask me, Mos, how's hip hop doing? Like it's a giant living up in the mountain, like it's some creature." And he's like, "Hip hop is the people." You know, I do think that it's a problematic question, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Because why are you singling out hip hop for that?
Yeah.
You know, I think the world is misogynistic. I think that country music is misogynistic.
Absolutely. When do we start making?
I don't know. I don't listen to country.
To look for that, to seek out, to not even just be complicit in, oh, well, that's just how it is. We also have to make that extra effort to bring them around. We, as gatekeepers, our own communities, with our own genres, and our own, you know, cities, we have to be the ones to move forward. And until we do, then
I don't know. Like I've always thought that whole like step an extra way to go do certain things, like me like going to get a woman on my project because I just want to get a woman on my project is disingenuous, you know? Like if you make hard shit, there's always gonna be people that are gonna fuck with it. That's the bottom line.
I agree with that.
I disagree with it. I agree with it in that that's the hip hop I love. You know, M said, Growing up, it didn't matter what color you was. If you could spit, then you could spit. That's it. That's what it was, right? And right now, so much of what people see from hip hop is marketing. The person who pops up at the open mic and is super nice, and the people in the community respect it, but they never get that extra little push.
But that's because that artist that makes a decision to go to the open mics is not pushing themselves to the point to get to there.
Yeah, but it's not an even playing field from the jump, because systematically, women and queer folk and people of color, they are on different levels in terms of resources, even unconsciously. The same.
I give them that to a degree. Yes. I give them that. I'm walking on eggshells here, man, because if I start divulging down the wrong path, I'm gonna make a lot of people. You gotta be careful when you talk about this kind of stuff, man.
That are at the open mic.
I was about to say something, but I forgot what.
How to push themselves. Each time they push themselves, there are other people that kind of validate them or allow them in higher and higher up, and they see this, this dope white rapper, and then they see this young women of color rapper, and then it's just like you're like, well, this is what I'm more familiar with. This makes more sense to me, so I'm just gonna go with it, right? People are just.
But don't make dollars, don't make sense to the industry, my boy. They don't sign shit unless it make money and streams, and if it's good and it gets streams, they signing it.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah. I mean, sure, it makes money if it makes
sense.
But
look, Lil Nas X is gay. He's motherfucking top of the world right now.
Yeah, but that's one gay rapper.
Hey, look, man. Gazer. Look, So Illuminati joke, if you don't know who that is. But now, if you didn't know what that was. But So Illuminati said it, man. The leader to a degree for some people, the leader of, the hip-hop community now is this nigga Lil Nas X for some reason. I kind of understand why, and I just... I'm walking the eggshells here. I'm
rapper in a world of 100 straight rappers, or more, thousands.
Then get out there and do it, my boy. Yeah, come on, if he can do it, you can do it, homie. Straight up.
Look, I ain't got nothing. Yeah, there's a lot of straight rappers and so, but also my favorite top 5 artists right now is Tyler the Creator for the past couple of years, and Tyler the Creator is. I think bi now, he's bi, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Well, it doesn't really matter. I don't care, but it's he puts out dope music, so I mess with him. He has one of the best albums of the year, if not top 5 album of the year. You know what I'm saying? Call Me If You Get Lost was fire. When I was younger, I used to really want to be a rapper. When I got older, I was like, what in the hell? What was I thinking?
I grew up in
I could freestyle, though.
In a time where it was the aftermath of the war on drugs. So I lost my father to gun violence when I was 4.
Dang.
And, he was shot 22 times. I lost a lot of friends and relatives. And then when I heard 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying album, it was he's telling my story, I feel. I
was about to say, it's that relatability, man.
A time where it was a war going on in the hood. And I was like, man, I feel like I want to do what he's doing and offer that same hope to people in my community and share my story, So, yeah, I knew once I was 11, 12 that I wanted to rap,
All right.
Google Fi, a phone plan by Google. With Fi, only pay for the data you use, or go unlimited. Either way.
It's dope, homie.
So the first time I ever wrote rhymes, I was 5 years old. I saw Run DMC as the musical guest on All That. I busted out my
This nigga looks like an old school rapper.
I gotta write all the
Bandana.
lyrics. I had the beat in my head. I wrote lyrics from my own memory. It was probably whack as shit. I was 5 years old, but I showed it to my uncle the next day, and I was like, yo, check this out. I wrote this Run DMC remix, and he was like, this is fire. You gotta keep this up. And I say from that moment, that was this is what I need to do. I need people to hear my lyrics. I take pride in my penmanship, and I just want everybody to appreciate the lyrics.
For me, I feel like it was after high school, but I was freestyling in high school and stuff, and the homies was like, yo, you kind of fire with the freestyling, but I never took it serious. And then I was like, nah, school is not it. At a certain point, I was like, music is fire, so.
I don't know, I started fucking up in school towards the end. I wasn't feeling that shit, and I just fucking started grinding with the rap shit, I never had no job. Luckily, I fucking right away, my first shit started taking off. So
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's fire. He said you never had no job and was messing up in school, but next thing you know, you started doing this rapping thing and you made a way. So, hey, shouts out to him, man. That's, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody can do that, bro.
Kind of that's when I wanted to be a rapper, is once I started seeing, I dropped my first bullshit song and that shit started going crazy, and then we just repeat. And that's when I want to be a rapper, but...
I definitely not always wanted to be a rapper. Actually, Rico Pabon is a Puerto Rican rapper from New York. Very underground. Was the first time that I saw a contemporary Latino rapper that was doing something. And I think that's when I first started to think that oh, I guess Latinos, you know, that kind of look like me can be in rap.
So I grew up in Delaware, you know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody's
as a
getting
Chinese
their story
kid
now.
in, like, you know, suburban Delaware. There weren't a lot of those kinds of voices from the margins. It was hip hop that was like giving me that guidebook, giving me those pathways through.
Facts.
So because of that, I've always wanted to be a rapper. And like KRS One said, right? I am hip hop. It's not something I do. It's not something that I try to do. It's just who I am, and that's where it comes from for me.
Rap is damaging to young people.
Nah. I think the damaging thing is the fact that certain people idealize the lifestyles by which a lot of these rappers get out of or they talk about, and sometimes even like not fantasize. So some fantasize because I don't think not everybody's out here really doing what they talking about in their raps. Let's just be honest, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of young people hear that and they think like this is how it is, and like if they're not growing up in this situation, or if they are growing up in that situation, either it teaches them to further embrace in that current situation and embrace and continue to divulge into that type of lifestyle, or it could teach them like, hey, this is a lifestyle. Like certain ones speak about it in a way it's like, hey, they realize like, yeah, I should try to get out of this too. Like this is not cool, bro. And it's like this stuff is happening beside me or in my area or whatever. But it's like the way this rapper's talking about, he's like making it seem cool, or the way this rapper's talking about, he's making it seem like, yeah, this is bad times. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about understanding and how the kid processes it, and it's a certain separation you have to have from reality, and also like what they're going through versus what you're going through in your settings and your surroundings and so on, etc. That's what I think it is. If y'all understood what I said by that.
I think it can be, because you can put some like really young kids on to like what we was just talking about, money, sex, drugs, and like that's typically for older people, I would say.
It's also like that whole gaming thing where it's like playing violent video games makes children violent. It's kind of like one of those type of situations, you know what I'm saying?
You know, once you graduate high school, it's like more common to be around that stuff, but like, you know what I mean? I think it can just like, I don't know, it can be damaging, you know what I mean? Like
movies, music, video games, like to
exactly.
put blame on all that stuff for influencing people.
It's like people talking about Tarantino films, you know what I'm saying?
To listen to something and then act on it and then blame that for what you did, that's
yeah.
just a cop out, you know?
Yeah,
so
you gotta be responsible.
I would say because if a mind
it's that understanding, you know what I'm saying?
not
especially when you're young.
They're exposed to
you might not have
kind of rap too early, then it can distort like their perspective on things.
Yeah, I get
if
that.
the parent isn't there to introduce it to him. So for my son, I'm not gonna play, you know, an Eminem album to him or whatever, or a T Grizzly project. Now when he's older, I'll lay the foundational principles down about, okay, here's life and here's what this means. And I would say your music should evolve, right? So for me, if I grew up on a corner when I was 13 and now I'm traveling to LA doing a show, I should talk about that and not just say, yeah, I'm still on the block robbing people, because I'm lying. You know what I mean? Like people want to grow with their artists and the people they look up to. Like what we see Jay-Z doing with 444, like
talking about manhood, talking about success, and
acknowledging his mistakes, and also, you know, walking people through that process. That's important, you know.
Your
hair bro's changed,
it's
man.
like going against my argument about the bitch thing, but it's really how I feel though. Like I don't fuck with how so many people like are promoting all this drug use and shit and pills. You know what I'm saying? One of my brothers OD'd like a fucking month ago. You feel me? If you're gonna talk about it, you also need to let motherfuckers know, especially if your audience is younger people coming up. I think you should have a responsibility to say like,
this isn't
At
cool.
least let them know what the fuck they're getting into. You know?
Exactly.
If I'm not promoting that shit, they're gonna go to someone who is, you know? If the same way to say like, I could tell people as much as I want, don't pop perks, don't do pills. For the people who really want to do that shit are gonna go, they're not gonna want to hear me, you know?
Right.
They're gonna want to hear people who are talking about that shit. So I guess I don't think me saying having a song can really make a motherfucker change his life around, you know? Like
dang,
obviously.
don't undervalue yourself, G. I feel like
he just do don't undervalue yourself, G. But nah, I see what he's saying. But it's also like you have to realize like a lot of artists like get approached by people all the time and be like, oh, you know, your album saved my life, or your album made me see life, and blah blah, you know, new way, blah blah, so on, etc. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear those type of stories all the time. So I understand it.
You're in music because music also means something to you, right?
Yeah.
It's resonate and build so much value when you build.
It does for other
like,
people too.
Yeah, maybe not one song, but it's an entry point. It's a door that opened up. And, you know, to kind of tie back in the conversation, I think even beyond being artists and creators, we have responsibility as men, as members of the community, right? To be thoughtful with our actions, right? Considerate with our words, And then especially as creators, just to know that our shit exists beyond us for the positive and the negative, and to just take that in stride and understand there's only consequence from our actions, good and bad.
And that is officially over.
Hey.
Oh, real? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was like, all right. That was a dope conversation, man. Dope conversation. Dang. Y'all saw that? My boy went for the shake right here. Oh, no. Prayers out for my boy. What's his name? Prayers out for him, man. Watch that one more time. Nah. I was about to slow it down. I don't want to do him like that. Prayers out for him. All right, there we go. He got it. All right. I was really gonna feel bad if bro didn't get his dap up in. But nah, man. All right, that was it from Jubilee, man. Is hip hop misogynistic? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel like I expressed my views within this video. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like nowadays people are more offended now by anything and everyone. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, so it's like you gotta be. It's almost like I don't even like saying this, but it's almost like you gotta be careful about what you say sometimes nowadays, because like someone's gonna be offended or not like what you say, or say you're this or say you're that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've already had it happen to me once. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at my Lil Nas X video. Anyways, man, with that being said, y'all let me know down below in the comments what your thoughts and opinions are about this topic, and is hip-hop misogynistic. You guys can have a nice civil debate or discussion in the comment section. If you guys have a question, you can also ask me in the comment section. I will get back to you. That being said, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram. Leroy says so. Same as YouTube channel. There you soon. Still try to. That being said, peace.